Hey guys, welcome back. I'm doing another tarp overnight camp. It's a bit windier today, so I need to take that into consideration when I'm setting my shelter up. I'm going to get that started first and then collect some firewood, probably have a small fire, do some cooking, see how the wind gets on. I'm going to set my ridge line up. Hopefully it's long enough. We'll soon find out. I'm essentially going to set up a very similar shelter to the one I did last time, but just make a few minor adjustments. So I'm just setting up my trucker's hitch. So I'm just feeding the end through that loop that I've made, and now I can put it under loads of tension. I'm just going to turn this looped cord into a Prusik knot. So just feeding the loop through itself over the rope. It should look something like this. Pass the loop of the Prusik knot through the loop on the tarp, pull it back through, feed it through itself, and then you're left with the loop still, and I can just pass the stick through, pull it tight, so now all I have to do is slide the Prusik knot along and it's nice and tight. I'm just going to peg down the back again. As you can see, I've got my back to the wind, so it's going to create hopefully a nice block. I'm going to teach you how to tie a bowline if you don't already know. Hold the longer piece in your left hand and create a loop upwards. So you've got a loop, and with this piece in your other hand, you go through the hole, around the back of the rope, and then back in through the hole through that gap, and all you've got to do is pull it tight. And you've created a loop that is extremely strong, but with a little wriggle comes apart really easily. I've got my notched pole, and it just goes through the corner of the tarp. My bowline on my guy over the top. Bish, bash, bosh. Just got a little camo 2x2 tarp, just for a ground shoot really. It's only velcroed on with a nice little strap, super easy to keep nice and tight. And I'm just going to peg this out under my shelter. I've got a Mountain Equipment self-inflating sleeping pad. It is not small at all. However, I'd rather carry it because I like comfort. It's not very thick, but you can see like there's kind of padding in there already. I've got a Eurohike Adventurer 300 XL sleeping bag. I am not a big fan of sleeping bags. Nah, that's not fair. I like a big sleeping bag. I like to be able to move. I move a lot when I sleep. And that is that. I've just got a Decathlon pillow as well. Not an inflatable one. Not a huge fan of those air pillows. This is just filled with fibres. Not huge, but to be fair, plenty big enough to rest my head. And then I've just got my jumper that I'll wear later on when it's cold, just to kind of give me a second pillow. I've got these new fins for my Trangia. They just slot together and then sit on top. I'll show you. I've got another one of these caramel latte sachets. Let's see how this works. There we go. So I need some firewood for my cooking tonight, and this tree, I don't know if you can see, is completely dead. And there's quite a lot of dead wood in here that could do with felling. I've only got a little handsaw, so I can only do a little bit at a time. So I've cut a little wedge to decide the angle of the fall. I'm just going to put a little slice in the back, and hopefully it'll go where we want it to. And give it a little push. Okay, just touching the trees. There we go. Just going to collect some really fine twigs to start the fire with. I've gathered up some sort of really thin sticks, some slightly larger sticks, and then my processed logs there. Let's make a fire. Nature's firelighter. Silver birch bark, really flammable. Okay, first trick is to have everything right near you. There's this sort of like outer shell that's the best for fire lighting. Really, really flammable. Look at that. Takes the flame really well. It's quite windy as well. I'm just going to lay some small twigs on. Plenty of those small twigs on. I'm going to try and make some tongs. So I've got myself a branch, just taken off a couple of the little side shoots. And what I want to do is split down the top. So the theory is I'll replace the knife for a little wedge. I've just sliced a small wedge. I've just slid it in the split, which now gives me a pair of tongs. Just wrapped a bit of cord around to hold the wedge in place. There we go. Finished set of tongs, ready for cooking. I think I've got the solution to take the fins off the Trangia. Bit of hot chocolate, lovely. I'm going to drop the front of the tarp, ready for bed now. Just let the fire burn out, get a good night's sleep. Just going to untie the bowline. And put another guy line hitch on. This is the view of the fire with the tarp dropped. It's nice. Good morning. It was a bit chilly last night, but it's October, so I'm going to get the fire going again and cook some food. Beans always go on first, always. I've got a couple of sausages. I had some asparagus left over from last night, so might as well use that. And my tomatoes. Right, I've not really figured out how I'm going to get the beans off. Oh, so far so good. Let's see if I can not fuck this up. just going to get my camp set down now, tidy up and then head off. There we go. C'est fini. I'm going to take the shelter down now. Just take the excess cord out from the tree, loosen that off a bit, lose the twig, all that. Thanks very much for watching, guys. See you again next time.